Welcome to Ready Set Roll, Viridian Superstar, with me, Daniel, as your DM, with Craig as Mortimer Winthrop James III, with Dylan as Tank, Jake as Leaf, and Austin as Benson Winifred Payne. Alright, 3, 2... Hello everybody and welcome back to Ready Set Roll Viridian Superstar. I see you right there. I am your DM Daniel, and with me today is Jake as Leaf.
Hello everybody.
So, we're doing something a little different this time around. As you know, we've done these in the studio bedroom recordings before. But this time I'm doing one with Jake because we are kind of concluding his role in setting up for the finale of Die Normandy. I had his character go out into the woods because he is a nature-based class to set up traps, prepare for the upcoming battle, and do whatever he can to just really disrupt the enemy. So that's where we're kind of picking up. Now, for Jake, what happened last time was the Battle of Die Normandy wrapped up and everybody kind of went to bed. I don't remember if you were there for whenever Leaf was going tent to tent to get everybody woken up or not.
I kind of feel like I was there for that.
Yeah, because you saw Mortimer in all of his glory.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you were there. So basically, you went up, woke everybody up. Conversations were had with the Tyrant King, this Tyrannosaurus-headed lizard folk upon the island. And negotiations fell through. He called Mortimer a foul blood, demon blood, and it sent Mortimer off. So now we're coming to you. It's still nighttime in the dark. You have the ability to see in the dark, right?
Dark vision. So. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm a wood elf, so.
Yeah. You're in your natural habitat. You were basically sent out to set up traps where you could. You have your own little detachment of like 5 hobgoblins to help you out in this situation. You know which direction they've come from, and you've also seen where their village is. So you suspect they're going to come from the village once again.
Okay.
So at this point, you basically have free roam. How do you want to set up and prepare the woods for an oncoming attack? Like, how do you want to set traps? Any spells you have that can change terrain for you and your party? What you got for me?
That's a great question. I don't know if I have a lot of spells that would be to set anything up like that.
Like I said, you had a long rest, so if there's like druid spells that you wanted to look through and maybe change up your
my spell list.
Yeah. Here, let me do that for you real quick.
I got some very offensive spells right now. Oh, I can manage spells.
Here we go.
So what are we looking at here as far as their army comes? What kind of enemies are we expecting?
You fought the lizard chickens, right? The velociraptors.
Right.
You know they have those, and you know they have allosauruses, which are like the large, not T-Rexes, but like kind of what you would kind of the size of a Utah raptor kind of deal. Tank has one right now that he rides on.
Oh, okay.
You also know that they have brontosauruses, you know, those big long necks that have the catapult detachments. So if you wanted to do something involving them to deal with them. And you also know they have triceratops.
Yeah, okay.
3 horns.
Like big tanks, yeah.
So they've seemed to have been showing off a lot of ground forces.
How many should we expect? Am I like scouting it out too, or am I just?
You can scout it out too if you want to.
Well, yeah, let's get in there. Let's get some intel.
All right, you're gonna go in and go get some intel.
Yeah, sneaky squad.
All right. So then I'm going to need you to do a stealth check as you're moving forward. Is there anything you want to cast to help increase your ability to stealth? Is there any spells you think might assist you in this endeavor?
For stealth.
Pass Without a Trace is a pretty good one.
Yeah, okay.
Because it gives you a +10 to your stealth rolls for you and anybody else 30 feet with.
Oh, well then, yeah, absolutely. Well then, yeah, duh. Okay, so we'll make we'll make Pass Without a Trace one.
Mm-hmm. Now, do take note of what spells you're trading out and everything, because that will come into play for the battle.
Right, later.
Later on.
I don't even know if I have Pass Without a Trace as a known spell for me. It's not showing up on this list, at least.
Oh, did you just pass
there
it? Right
is.
there.
Yeah, okay.
I'm about to say, just pass it.
Prepared.
Yeah, it's a druid and a ranger spell.
I'm gonna go ahead and get Druid Craft, so I can know what the weather's gonna be like for the battle tomorrow.
That's just a cantrip, so whatever you set up your cantrips as are just kind of in there. So go ahead and give me a stealth check. You'll get to add a +10 to the roll.
Stealth check +10, +2. Oh, that's a lot. 25, 27.
Yeah. Pass Without a Trace is like one of the best second level spells for
Nice.
infiltration operations.
We all put the mud on our face so we blend in.
Let's see. Your crew kind of rolled like shit, but luckily the +10 coasts them the rest of the way through. But yeah, you all move silently and you start heading towards where you know the village is.
Okay.
As you get closer and closer, you can hear there is a lot of noise, like a lot of movement. The big footsteps of the brontosauruses. And as you get further past the wood line, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Oh yeah, very nice. 23.
Okay. So as you pop out your head out of the wood line and look across the village, you can see it's more full than it had been previously. All around you see what looks to be about 50 of those lizard chickens. Not as many as there were before. You can see 2 triceratops, which were carrying the throne. You can see 2 brontosauruses, the long necks, getting refitted with the catapults. One of them which was the one you communicated with previously. Got pretty good rapport with.
Okay. Dang, that's a mistake bringing him. That's my guy right there.
You can also see some lizard folks maneuvering around. Only one of them seems to be riding an Allosaurus at the moment. It seems you kind of took down their original Allosaurus riding mount squad.
Nice.
You don't see the Tyrant King in this area, but you can count their numbers and probably guess less than 100 altogether total force.
Okay.
But the thing that might put you off kilter is how tough are those Triceratops going to be?
Right. We didn't fight those last time, did we?
No. And how tough the Brontosauruses are.
Yeah.
Because they're just massive and look like they take a lot to take down.
Right, those plus like 100 guys.
Yeah. The little raptors, they're not going to be too much of an issue for you all. But the lizard folk, their number matches in about 30. What looks to be about 30 warriors and about 5 people similar to your likeness, druids.
Okay.
But they all just seem to be getting ready for battle and preparing to march upon the beaches.
That's a lot of dudes.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to put up a lot of traps.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
I'm trying to think of other things that like you as a individual caster can do. What is this? You also have the ability to cast hallucinatory terrain,
Okay, yeah, that would be good.
which
I mean, it's just it won't actually do anything to them, will it?
it just makes it like as a way to hide.
Right.
Like, so you could set up a whole spike
yeah.
pit and stuff, and then you can hide it yourself in the woods, or
That could be huge.
like change the environment however you want to your advantage.
Yeah, I got some ideas. But we have like what? Like how many hours?
You have a few. You have a few hours before morning.
Okay.
Like where daybreak is going to start happening and everything.
Right. And there's like 5 of us, right? 6.
So there's your party, and then like the remainder of your hobgoblin forces.
Okay.
Which originally you had about 100 hobgoblins.
Oh dang.
But now you've been reduced down.
Yeah, I lost a few.
To like 48.
Okay.
So
That's pretty good.
So what can you think of in terms of setting up traps right now?
Just off the top of my head, probably a spike trap is a really good one. Just like a huge square in the ground. It's got spikes. Doesn't look like it though.
Yeah.
If we but those take a while to make. I bet we could make like some Star Wars style trap where you hit a trip rope, and it drops some logs in on them. That would be something we could do. Yeah, that would be fairly quick.
There's plenty of vines in the jungle to be setting those things up and everything, and you have manpower to help you set this all up.
Yeah, 50 guys, we can put up at least a couple traps like that.
Also, any of the creatures that you have seen in that in their camp, you can now polymorph into.
Okay, nice.
So like the Triceratops, I think the Brontosaurus you can polymorph into. So
I don't know how big he is, but
gargantuan. So in terms of shape, a medium creature is like a 5x5 square.
Right.
20 by 20.
Oh, okay.
So fucking massive creatures. So, alright. Setting up these traps, I will have you roll me survival checks.
Survival. Dang, my worst roll. 13.
Okay. So the first trap you set up, which you were going for the spike trap and everything like that. And
yeah, probably try to set it up on the ground.
You start your men start cutting off trees and whittling them down. And do you have the mold earth cantrip?
Not currently.
Okay. Well, that's not something you can change readily, unfortunately. Because that's one where you can like take 5 foot of dirt and like move it
I can
out.
use land aids damage.
What?
I don't know how long that lasts.
Land's aid. What is this? You can spend your.
Looks like it would be like some flowers with thorns on them that are life draining. So if I set like a patch of that up or something somewhere.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what.
No. Click it back. That's interesting because I've never played a Circle of the Land Druid. Oh, it's an action and is instantaneous. So
I feel like since it's not like a concentration or anything.
So the first trap setting up takes an hour.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you've got 2 hours left, and depending on how the rolls go, you might be able to get 1 more trap done. You might be able to get 2 more traps done, or you might be able to get 3 more traps done. Okay. So next, you wanted to set up the whole.
Yeah, at least in a couple spots. Right. Somewhere where I think the big ones would come through, obviously, because that's going to be like a high damage output.
All right, give me another survival check.
Okay. Not much better. 15.
Okay. So that does take up another hour. Your men are like pulling the ropes, getting these logs set up, ready to just. Hopefully it'll hit On the brontosauruses, it might not do much, but with the triceratops, since they're like shorter, stout, and everything, you might be able to cause them some damage, which in the long run will help you because they're the ones carrying the Tyrant King to begin with.
Right.
All right, last trap. What do you want to do?
Maybe I could set some. Okay, I want to set something up for the brontosauruses where they trigger something that causes vines to snap taut in front of them.
To make them trip?
And it would make them trip, yeah.
Okay. So let's see. So far you've got a spike trap.
Yeah.
Trap. Which is... I'm putting down DCs for your stuff. The Ewok log special. Is going to be DC 15. Alright, go ahead and give me that last survival roll.
Come on. Oh, that was a solid one. 25.
Okay, those brontosauruses might trip.
They're going down.
Alright. And the tripwire. Alright. Alright. So you're out of all the traps, you're feeling pretty damn confident about the Brontosaurus tripwire.
Yeah. These big guys are going down.
That's going to be hilarious for me because of like all the implications behind a big ass Brontosaurus tripping. There's a lot that can go wrong with that, especially because they have alchemist keg catapult shit going on.
Oh yeah, on God. The back. Oh, that's going to be so good.
All right, you wipe your brow, nod your head. You can start to tell yourself that it's probably going to be daylight soon. Was there anything else you wanted to do as disruption before you make your way back to home base?
No, I don't know. I can't really think of... Maybe we could drop some trees to make like a choke point towards the camp.
Okay. So as you're going, you're going to like disrupt the path.
Mm-hmm. So like they have to come through a certain set of trees and they're kind of bottlenecked.
All right. I'm going to roll athletics for your goblin guys as they're going along, right? To see how many trees you all might be able to knock down.
Okay.
You also give me an athletics check and we'll just calculate the number all together. Oh, damn. Pretty...
Natural 20. With a -1. But still.
Holy. So 18, 13, 14. Gotta remember what... Where did I put my... There it is. Brain's all over the place. Let's see. So, hobgoblins. They are... No, not the... There we go. The monster version of hobgoblin. They got a strength of +1. Alright. So that's pretty good. And then these two guys. One of them's lacking a little bit. Slagging, but...
Slacker.
But you're able to, like, focus your nature powers and just take a whole tree down while your other guys are working together. You're able to probably slow down the ground forces by a good amount to where they'll be spaced out.
Okay.
Because this is thick jungle, right? It's gonna take.
I would imagine.
It's gonna take a lot for like the Triceratops to get through if the path is disrupted.
Right.
So you're clear to get back to camp.
Nice.
You and your squad begin moving out, running down the pathway as you're all high-fiving probably.
I'm doing my part.
In your ghillie suits, I'm doing my part. So you get back to camp. Remembering that the hallucinatory terrain, I don't know if it's like you all can see through it because you were in the casting of it.
Oh, yeah.
Let me double check. You make... Okay. So you do notice like little flags posted up to kind of signify where each trap that Mortimer and everybody set up.
Okay.
Because they've been busy too, and you have like a goblin with like torches doing like hand signal motions and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And it's like this way. Careful, we've set up tons of traps while you were gone. A whole lot of invisible little creatures have been digging up holes in the sand. It was Mortimer's doing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Craig went fucking crazy. I have an entire whiteboard with marker drawn on it of what he did for battle plans for the beachhead itself.
Digging holes in the sand?
Yeah, oh my god, I'll show you to it before you leave.
Okay.
But as you arrive back, morning comes. The sun begins to rise, and you do notice, and it's like, damn it, there's nothing you could really do about it, but the sun is coming up in your all's eyes.
Ugh.
So you're front facing the sun. Okay. And as
I knew that from Druidcraft.
Yeah. As the sun is rising, it was just where your beachhead had to be set up anyway. As the sun rises, everyone is getting ready, the tension is building, and you start to hear the movement, right? The of the stepping feet and the sounds of screeching and little dinosaur noises being made all over the place. You see in the sky, flying overhead, something that you missed.
Oh no!
Is a group of pterodons.
Oh.
So, pterodactyl.
Like a pterodactyl, yeah.
Oh, flying overhead, and they themselves have alchemist kegs underneath their legs. And Mortimer is screaming, "Leave! Shoot him down with a lightning bolt!" But even you notice that they are out of the range of the lightning bolt.
Dang it!
And there's and you're just watching these 10 creatures fly over. You watch as your boat's ballistas begin opening fire upon them, knocking out 5 of them, like taking them out. One of them just blows up and spins out of control as it crashes into the beachhead.
It's an air raid.
And then you watch as the other 5 dive bomb your ships, exploding and causing fire to spread upon the decks. The ships aren't destroyed, but the crews on the ship are having to work to fight.
Did the pterodactyls kamikaze?
Yes.
Oh my god. Why didn't they just let go of the ball?
Yeah. But yeah, they just dive bombed in. They wanted to be accurate.
That's fair. Yeah.
And so your ships are not going to be able to help in the combat. And as this all happens, you're watching the fire spread. You can hear something in the woods go as it falls over, and you hear a loud and then a boom as a large explosion from the alchemist kegs it was carrying, because it crushed them, explode outwards, and you could just see fire ignite in the jungle.
Coming up from the trees. Oh yes, we got one.
And then because there's no way that the brontosauruses were going to be able to get past those traps, but I am going to roll. See, so you have the lizard folk division, you have the triceratops, and then you have the velociraptors. So I'm going to roll all of them for the spike traps.
Okay.
Well, all right. Triceratops did fine. The velociraptors and the lizard folk, though, suffer some casualties. Nice. I'll mark that. Let's see. What would a spike trap's damage be?
What kind of health they have?
Say we'll do it by unit proportions. Go ahead and give me 2 d20 rolls.
2 d20s.
Yeah.
We got 13 and a 4.
Okay. All right. So 4. You won't know what effect that has now, but you will later on. Okay. And now let's see if the Triceratops survive the Ewok trap you set up. And let's see. I need to look up Triceratops stat block real quick. I said the DC was that. So That's a 16 minus. So they okay. So you also hear the loud clap of the wood logs slapping into each other, and you can hear like a roar. I'm not sure what effect that had yet either, but you 100% know that I'm gonna have to calculate the chaos of the tripping brontosauruses for next time, whenever we all get back together. But you know what? You feel pretty successful in your mission. You're like dapping up your team. Everyone's cool. And that is where we are going to end this little Leaf side story as we prepare for the finale of Die Normandy. So, Jake, thank you for coming out and getting this recorded. And thank you all for listening. We just had Thanksgiving over here in the U.S., and we want to say we are thankful to all of our listeners like you. So, if you want to be thankful to us, spread the word. Word to mouth helps our show. If you want to give a little gratitude to us through Patreon, we have our little Patreon warrior and thief tiers, $1 to $3, extra episodes, content, access to our Discord. You get some merchandise sent to you, and we're working on some new merchandise actually, because Craig's been cooking up a product in the back.
Cooking that thing up out back,
and it's meth. No. Also follow us over on Rumble, the YouTube. Give us likes, comment. It's just all about engagement, And we will catch you all on the next episode of Ready, Set, Roll. Bye.
See you.